of actually selling your first software that you developed, and where did you get the confidence from? What were the challenges, and how did you just do it?
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't the first app that I've built, but it was the first one that reached some level of success. So the backstory was that I got into this credit card debt. I realized I needed a job. So I essentially got a job as a software developer and did that for a couple of years. On the side, I was still doing some consulting work. And out of that consulting work, I found that a lot of people were asking for similar needs. And I ended up, after people were asking me to do it for their system, I realized that, hang on, it's not just this person, but about 5 people have asked me to do the same thing. There might actually be a market for a product here. That's where I got started with the SMS plugin that I built. So I essentially took what I had done in consulting and packaged it together into an app and published it on the Zoho marketplace. It's a SMS plugin for Zoho CRM. Quite a small niche, an area where it's not like, say, publishing on the Google Play App Store where there's millions of apps. On the Zoho marketplace, there's only maybe, I think at the time of writing, or at the time of this podcast, maybe 1,000 apps on there.
Wow.
And I was probably in the first 200 or so, which meant that mine was able to stand out. Even though it wasn't very good initially, it had a lot of problems with it. It was quite clunky. But because I was an early mover there, and because I was very responsive to customer feedback, I ended up being able to build something that 2 years after we launched, it had 500 customers using it, a decent amount of revenue coming in. And it was in a position where a larger company was interested in buying it off me, because they realized that if they were to try and build it themselves, that it would take them probably 2 years. And in the meantime, I'd be further ahead.
Congratulations.
So thank you. Yeah, it's been an interesting journey. I got a lot of support both during the process of building the app and also the process of selling it. That it was definitely an experience that I wasn't capable of doing on my own, but I had an advisor there with me to guide me through it, and a legal team and many other people who helped.
That's incredible. I think I like to just congratulate you again for that.
Thanks.
I think what I hear from your journey over here is that you were the first few to kind of, launch it online, and you had that confidence within yourself that you just to give it a try. It's very scary to be amongst the first ones to do anything. And what was really, I think, fruitful for you was that you were responsive to the customer feedback, which you just mentioned. So I think that being the biggest part of it, to have an open perspective and an open mind when you are putting your product out there. It's like putting your baby out there after working on it for like so many years, so many months, and then you are opening it for judgment to people, and you have to be very, very open to understand that what works and what doesn't work, and really work on it fast. So I think these things were really interesting to know, that you really worked on it and didn't shy away from the feedback that you got. And what if you could just summarize in one word, and probably